Now it's the father of affluenza teen Ethan Couch arrested by police. Only Fred Couch won't be able to defend himself by saying his parents coddled him into a sense of irresponsibility after his arrest for impersonating a police officer. Fox 4's Phil Alvarado is tonight in North Richland Hills, where Fred Couch was arrested. Phil.
Hi, Heather. Well, North Richland Hills police tell us that about 3 weeks ago, they got a call of a disturbance between a couple of neighbors. Now, when they got there, they ran into Fred Couch, the father of Ethan Couch. The residents there tell us that as far as they know, he doesn't live in the neighborhood. Police say they weren't so much interested in who he is as what he was saying. North Richland Hills police say Fred Couch is not a police officer and has never been a licensed peace officer. It's why he was arrested for impersonating a police officer.
One of the officers continued the investigation, contacted Lakeside Police Department, and talked to the chief, and that chief indicated that individual is not a police officer with their agency.
Couch is the father of Ethan Couch, the teenager whose attorneys used the infamous affluenza defense after the then 16-year-old boy drove drunk and killed 4 people. He only got probation. North Richland Hills police came across Fred Couch on a call about a disturbance between 2 neighbors.
All of a sudden my doorbell just started ringing.
Keith Capo says that close to 1 a.m. on July 28th, he says his neighbor was at the door and Couch was with her. Police arrived and officers say Couch identified himself as a police officer. An arrest warrant affidavit says, asked if he was a reserve police officer, he replied, in Lakeside.
He kept putting his hands in his pocket, and that has a tendency to make officers nervous because they don't know what your intentions are.
The affidavit says about one of the North Richland Hills officers at the scene that made her question his claim of being a police officer. Someone at the scene told officers that Couch may have a weapon. The affidavit says Couch stated, "I have my Lakeside police stuff in the truck." What Couch didn't know is that one of the officers had worked at Lakeside PD.
I did see him showing them something. I don't know what it was.
The affidavit says Couch pulled out a wallet from the driver's side door and opened it up, displaying a shield-style badge with red in the center and a white identification card. The North Richland Hills officer familiar with Lakeside didn't recognize the badge, and police made the investigation into Couch's claims. Now, Fort Worth Police, North Richland Hills Police say that Fred Couch has been released on a $2,500 bond for impersonating an officer, and they say that this investigation is not over yet. Heather?
Well, Phil, and us covering this story is not either. You know, it seems kind of strange to be talking about the dad when we've talked about the son for so long, but talking about Fred Couch, do police know why he would say he's a peace officer? And I guess, did they find any weapons? Did he have weapons with him?
Well, North Richland Hills police tell us that apparently, he had at least one weapon, but it was in the truck. It was properly stored, and the police officers at the scene didn't think that there was any kind of offense associated with it. And of course, they have a lot of questions. They want to know, first of all, why he was saying that he was a police officer when so far North Richland Hills has found no evidence that he is. And also, they want to know where he got that badge.
Yeah, lots to figure out with this. All right, Phil Alvarado, live tonight. Thank you.